Good day everyone, today I will present about environmental challenges and possible solutions from both global and local perspectives. This is an assignment from the University of the Peoples. The course title is Introduction to Environmental Science. The topic I'm addressing is environmental challenges and solutions, global and local perspectives, focusing on South Sudan. The course instructor is Cassandra Bass, and I'm Joseph Lalba from South Sudan. I will focus particularly on issues relevant to South Sudan and the city of Juba. The presentation will cover climate change, air pollution, waste management, and the importance of protecting the ozone layer. By the end, we'll see how these issues affect our communities and what action we can take. In this presentation, I will explain what climate change is and how it affects our region. Then I will also discuss air pollution, including the main pollutants and their source. After that, I will talk about waste management and why it is important for sustainability. Finally, I will address common questions about climate change and explain the importance of protecting the ozone layer, and the focus is South Sudan. So what is climate change? Climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns. While some natural factors influence climate, scientists agree that the main cause today is human activities, especially burning fossil fuels such as gas, oils, and coal. These activities release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, which had profit and lead to global warming and more extreme weather conditions. In South Sudan, climate change is already affecting many communities. For example, flooding has become more frequent in areas near the Nile and low-lying regions. At the same time, some areas experience longer drought periods that affect crops and livestock. This change leads to food shortage and sometimes force climate to force families to move from their house. There are several local actions that can help to reduce the impact of climate change. Planting trees helps absorb carbon dioxide and protect soil. Farmers can also use climate-smart agriculture, such as drought-resistant crops, improving water management, and educating communities about environmental protections are also important strategies. Climate change is a global problem, so it also requires global solutions. Many countries participate in international agreements such as the Paris Climate Agreement to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Another important strategy is investing in renewable energy like solar and wind power. Some international programs also produce solutions by providing fund to help vulnerable countries adapt to climate change. In many towns, including Juba, air pollution is becoming more noticeable. Two common pollutants are carbon monoxide and particulate matter. Carbon monoxide is produced when fuel burns incompletely, such as in vehicles and generators. Particulate matter consists of tiny particles in air that come from smoke, dust, and burning materials. There are several major sources of air pollution in our local environment. All vehicles often produce large amount of exhaust. Diesel generators are widely used when electricity supply is limited, and in fact they are the only source in some areas. Burning garbage and producing charcoal also release smoke and harmful gases. Additionally, dust from unfavored roads contributes to poor air quality. Air pollution has serious health environmental effects. People exposed to air pollution may develop respiratory disease such as asthma or bronchitis. It can also cause eye irritations and breathing problems. In addition, polluted air damages vegetation and affects ecosystem by altering soil and water quality. Waste management is another thing. It refers to the process of collecting, transporting, recycling, and safely disposing of waste materials. Effective waste management helps reduce pollution and protect natural resources. When waste is managed properly, it contributes to sustainability by keeping communities clean and reducing greenhouse gas emissions. So in our communities, waste management systems are still developing. In some neighborhoods, waste management is limited, so people often dump or burn their trash. Plastic waste is especially problematic because it does not decompose quickly and can block drainage system, leading to flooding in some areas. So there are practical ways to improve waste management in our communities. So community can introduce recycling programs and encourage people to separate organic material from plastic and other materials. Public education campaigns can raise awareness about proper disposal. Governments can also invest in better waste collection and recycling infrastructure. There are many myths about climate change that can confuse the public. One common myth is that climate change is purely natural, but scientific evidence shows that human activities are the main cause of recent warming. Another myth is that only wealthy countries are affected, yet many developing countries are actually more vulnerable because they have fewer resources to adapt. Another thing here is something called ozone layer protection. The ozone layer is a protective layer in the atmosphere that blocks harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Certain chemicals called CFCs, anyway, people from chemistry may know that this one is called chlorofluorocarbons, damage this layer. Fortunately, international corporations through agreements such as the Montreal Protocol have significantly reduced this harmful substance and helps the ozone layer begin recovering. So in my conclusion, climate change, air pollution, and waste management are closely connected environmental challenges. Both global forces and local action are necessary to address them by planting trees, managing waste responsibly, and reducing pollution. Communities can contribute to protecting the environment. Each of us has a role to play in creating a more sustainable future. Thank you.